Hello, my name is Caitlin Foley, and I will be talking to you on behalf of teen pregnancy in the United States. Did you know that about 750,000 teens get pregnant every year? Now that's a large number of teens getting pregnant. That means around 2,250,000 teens are getting pregnant every 3 years. That is a major problem, and there needs to be a stop to this, because these babies are being born into a world of mostly nothing but hardship, because most of these teens aren't ready to have babies. It's hard to raise a child when you're still a child. This is an anonymous quote that is very accurate, because for these teens who decide to keep their babies will have the biggest responsibility they will ever have for the rest of their lives. Which state do you think has the largest percentage for teen pregnancies in between the ages of 18 and 19 years old? Well, the answer would be California. There are about 53,300 teens who get pregnant every year in just one state. There are several reasons as to why so many teens are getting pregnant. There is a major lack of sexual education being taught to these teens. Contraception is a huge aspect because many teen guys do not know how to use condoms correctly, or teenage girls do not know how to use birth control or the side effects to them. Many teens become peer pressured to follow what their friends are doing, and many of them are having sexual intercourse. Curiosity for teens is definitely a major reason as to why teens are becoming pregnant. Over the next few minutes, I will be discussing to you about sexual education, contraception, and abstinence. Do you remember when your health teacher would give you the lecture on not having sex until marriage, and if you are having sex, then how to stay safe? Well, it is obviously not effective if there are so many teens getting pregnant every year. Many teachers and parents feel uncomfortable talking to their students and teenagers about sexual intercourse because parents do not know how to approach them, and they do not think that their parents are going to listen to them. Teachers are required to talk about the topic, so they are not really going to give extra insight on the information. They also do not want to feel responsible for teens engaging in sexual activity. Teenagers feel that they may not want to be able to talk to their parents about the subject. They feel more comfortable talking about the subject with their friends, and that is where they're going to get their information most likely. Many people fear that it will encourage it, and they will make the teens want to go and experiment and see what it is like. Being young and inexperienced makes it a lot easier for teens to get pregnant from not knowing the circumstances. Many of them who want to just go and experiment do not know what they are risking by having sex. They are risking themselves to get pregnant, get an STD, and many of them do not feel that they might get pregnant if they only have sex once. Also, many teachers do not know when they should educate students, although it seems that every year in school, starting in middle school, they talk briefly on sexual activity. Most information is given in junior and senior year. My school had given fake babies who had cried, peed, made the students stay up all night to the juniors and seniors during their health quarter. The reason for this was because there were around 15 teenagers that had gotten pregnant in my school in 1 year, and there were only around 500 students in the entire school. That is a large number of students. It is very upsetting that these teens do not realize what they are getting involved in by getting pregnant and how they are going to be responsible for another human being for the rest of their lives at such a young age of 15 or 16 years old. Now that we've been informed on sexual education, now we will talk about different forms of contraception. To start off, there are different forms of condoms, such as Trojan, Durex, and Lifestyle. A pack of condoms range from $6 to $12, and for some teens that may not be expensive, although they may feel uncomfortable to go buy them in the store. Many young teens feel that if they are having sex only once with their girlfriend without a condom, that they won't get pregnant, although that is not the case. I myself know several people who have gotten pregnant with the first time they had sex. Condoms are a way to stay safe and not get pregnant, but there are different directions on how to put them on correctly. Some teen guys who are inexperienced may not know how to use them effectively in order for them to work, and they may either fall off or break during intercourse, leaving the chances of getting pregnant a lot higher. Birth control is a pill, which is the most popular and sold, and it's a form of contraception. There are also shots that women can get every 6 months or once a year. There is also a ring that is a form of contraception, and once it is inserted, it molds to your body, and It is only replaced once a month. In taking any antibiotics, prescription drugs, or alcohol makes the birth control counteract, and it lowers the percentage of usage, then the chances of getting pregnant become a lot higher. I also know several people who have gotten pregnant while taking birth control and taking other prescription drugs at the same time, and they did not know the precautions. Now that we've learned about the different forms of birth control, we will finish up by talking about abstinence. For many religions, it is important that people stay abstinent until marriage. Although for people who go behind the Lord, they are seen as not pure. Waiting until marriage also prevents any sort of STDs that are easily spread through sexual intercourse. Staying abstinent is the best way in order to stay safe from any STDs such as herpes, gonorrhea, or chlamydia. Overall, by staying healthy and waiting until marriage to have any sexual intercourse, you are letting your body stay healthy from all the diseases that travel around very easily. Now that we've learned about sexual education, different forms of contraception, and staying abstinent until marriage, here's a quote by Carol Alt. I think that what scares me more than getting fat during pregnancy is the responsibility of a child. Thank you.